What's the proper way we should tamp our coffee? Do we need to tamp it light or very hard? Have you heard about upgrading your coffee tamper? That's the only way that you'll be able to properly tamp your coffee to make a good shot of espresso. Before you think of buying a new expensive coffee tamper, let me share with you some of the important things that I've learned about coffee tamping for the 9 years I have worked as a barista. And I can honestly tell you that the main importance of coffee tamping is pressing down your coffee evenly to create a compact bed for a good extraction. And there is a lot of mistakes that I see very many people make when tamping their coffee, like using the wrong size of tamper. We have 3 different sizes: 51 millimeter, 54 millimeters and 58 millimeters. To properly tamp your coffee, you need to use the right size depending on the pot filter. And these mistakes are some of the common reasons why you're unable to make a good shot of espresso. I'm going to be showing you the exact mistakes that you're making when tamping your coffee and how you can fix it so that you can be able to make a good shot of espresso. Starting with mistake number 1. Uneven tamping is when you don't tamp flat on your coffee pack and one side goes inside and while other is outside. So when you start extracting your shot of espresso, you see like one side the espresso starts coming out, whereas on the other the espresso is not coming out. To fix this, you need to start by learning how to perfectly hold your coffee tamper. Think of it as if you're holding a door handle with 2 of your fingers holding on the rim of the tamper and the tamper sitting very well into your palm. So when you tamp, you make sure that these 2 fingers will touch the rim of your pot filters, which will make sure that you evenly tamp and your coffee tamper sits very well on your pot filter, ensuring like it's all evenly balanced. So when the hot water comes into contact with your coffee pack, it evenly goes through at the same time and you end up with a good extraction just like this. And mistake number 2. After tamping their coffee, they will tap on the side. This is going to distract your coffee pack. Whenever you tap on the side of the pot filter, the vibration goes into your coffee pack and will distract your coffee bed, resulting in 2 small cracks where the water will just go through your coffee without extracting the right flavors. And also over time, this might end up destroying your pot filter. So make sure whenever you finish tamping your coffee, don't make a mistake of tapping your pot filter with your tamper. And also, as a bonus tip, when you're inserting your pot filter into the group head, you should not overheat it on the side of the group head. Just gently fix it in, then lock your pot filter and start your extraction. Don't leave your coffee in the group head for a long time because that might end up burning up your coffee. So by the time you start extracting, that shot of espresso is not going to taste well. And mistake number 3. If your espresso is coming out very fast, chances are you are light tamping your coffee. And this is what I mean. If you light tamp your coffee without any pressure, and you try extracting your shot of espresso, it will extract very fast. This means you don't have any resistance. Yet the main importance of coffee tamping is pressing down your coffee evenly to create a compact bed for a good extraction. So you need to insert pressure when you're tamping so that you can compact these coffee grinds to create resistance for a good extraction of your shot of espresso. And this will lead us to mistake number 4, which is a common debate regarding coffee tamping. How hard should you tamp? Should you tamp with 5 kg, 10 kg or 30 kg? Since most of us don't have the electric coffee tampers, which you just set and adjust how much force when tamping to make your shot of espresso, then we need to do this manually. And here are the two important things that you need to have in mind when trying to come up with how much pressure or force you need to insert when tamping your coffee. First thing you should know, coffee tamping doesn't work alone. You need to have a good dialed in coffee grind size. You don't need to over tamp your coffee. You need to just evenly tamp and create that compact bed. An easy tip when tamping your coffee, tamp until the edge of the coffee tamper sits on the portafilter basket. This is going to help you not to insert a lot of force or not to have the inconsistency in pressure each and every time, which will give you the same amount of force each and every time. And tip number 2, if you're able to invest in a calibrated coffee tamper which has a spring where you adjust the level of your tamping, this would be a game changer and it will help you not guess how much force you put in, because you're able to set on which level you need to tamp your coffee and you can replicate that each and every time. And mistake number 5, you've probably watched some people after tamping their coffee twist the coffee tamper just like this. This was initially aimed that whenever you twist your coffee tamper, you're distributing the coffee grinds which were stuck on the side into the coffee bed. And from my perspective as an experienced barista, I have noticed like this doesn't improve anything. Yet it might end up disturbing the coffee pack that you had created, which will end up affecting the extraction of your shot of espresso. What you need to do is just press down your coffee, create that compact bed, lift up your coffee tamper, just like this. You have a clean, compact coffee grind that is ready to extract your shot of espresso. You might not be making any of the 5 mistakes that I've shared with you in this video, but here is a bonus and a very important tip that you might be making, and that's why you're not having a good extraction of your shot of espresso. Are you someone who, after you grind your coffee, immediately you just tamp without distributing your coffee? This is not right, because coffee tamping does not work alone. Let me walk you through and show you how you can implement coffee tamping properly in your working routine so that you can make a good shot of espresso. The first thing, I need to make sure my coffee grinder is properly dialed in. If you don't know how to dial in a coffee grinder for a good shot of espresso, I'll link my video around here or in the description below. Check it out after the end of this video. After having the right dose or the right amount of my coffee, I can just tap on the side so that I can distribute my coffee in my portafilter, or I'll use this distribution tool. You just press it on top, twist it around, and it's time to properly tamp my coffee. I have with me a manual coffee tamper and a calibrated coffee tamper. For consistency, I like using the calibrated coffee tamper, which I don't need to overthink on how much pressure I need to insert on my coffee grinds when tamping it. And if you're someone interested in these coffee tools I use, I have an affiliate link for my Amazon store. You can check it out. Whenever you buy anything on that store, I get a small commission, which is an amazing way of supporting this channel. And now it's my time to extract my shot of espresso. Insert it gently into the group head. Put your espresso cup. For this case, I'm using a glass so that you can see a good extraction, how it looks. As you can see, this shot of espresso is not spraying, it's coming on the ideal extraction of my shot of espresso. And on 25, this is my double shot of espresso. Well balanced, flavorful, and this is how you can use coffee tamping to make a good shot of espresso, just like this one. If you're a beginner struggling to dial in a good shot of espresso, then I would recommend for you to watch this video next so that you can master dialing in espresso like a pro barista.